Be live, y'all. This day started. It's on a roll. It's sunny today. Finally, out the snow blizzard we just had. That's what you want to call it. It's the first one we really had in the Midwest in a minute. A little minute now. A little snowy snow. Get towards it up. Off this little day out. Head on to the real. Another damn paradise. Tell you. Another day. I'll give you a little backstory. You guys a little background story on why I got into trucking and what made me get into trucking. Pretty much what got me into trucking. My old man when I was young, I can just remember waking up days, Saturday, Sunday, kicking it with my old man. Sunday morning, him loading up. Well, Sunday evening, as I always say, loading up, getting ready to get his weekend at work. As a kid, I used to look forward to seeing my old man truck parked out front, big old white Freightliner Classic 120. I'll never forget. Detroit 60 series, and I used to love to hit that dang rail as a kid. Yeah, used to load up Sunday evening, man. I used to be with him all weekend and load up like, yeah, Dad, I gotta head out on the road. See you Friday. I just remember, those things as a kid. I used to always say, like, man, maybe, one day I probably could be like my old man and drive like that. So everything really didn't start clicking for me, though. Like, really, to, like, pursue it to, like, career day in high school. I was about a sophomore. Like, I had went to, like, trickling down the wrong roads, hanging with the wrong crowds. It's a young man trying to find his way, You got friends, you think they own the right things, but really they ain't. So, long story short, I just started going down the wrong road. And I just remember career day. Like, they used to ask us, like, what do you want to be? What do you see yourself in 5 years? And it was kind of, messed up because a lot of my friends really didn't know. I didn't know. And a lot of them was like, doing something. But it wasn't nothing like big, like a doctor, lawyer. Some kids want to be in the NBA. All kids want to be in the NBA or the NFL or something like that. Like, you had too many of those answers. It was like a lot of gray area. People didn't know what they was going to be. And I used to always think about that, like going back to a kid, like, yeah, maybe I could drive a truck. So, fast forward, I graduated or whatnot. A lot of my friends was going off to college. I always knew, though, it wasn't that for me. It was either military or try to figure out something. Which my mom's wasn't going for that. She didn't want me to really go to the military. So, the only alternative I had was like taking up a trade, which I jumped in it, young. I started going to school, 20-year-old. Going to school, I got my license at 21. Started driving. Started doing that. Got my license at 21. Did my 2 years with a company. At 23, I copped my first rig, which is just the rig that I'm in now. Copped the old blue. Copped her, and the rest was history. Like, I seen the ups and downs. A lot of friends that I went to school with, they got out of got out of college, and still that great area from when we was like 16. Like you done went and spent all that money, but you still don't know what you want to do. I just knew that wasn't the life for me. I didn't want that for me. I know I had to be something because I had my son at 21. I had my first kid, and I knew that I didn't want to have to go back to the streets. I never stated that I am from one of the worst sides of the city, which is the south side of Chicago, Inglewood area. I just know I didn't want to have to go back to there, like trying to, do those things. I just watched my old man drive trucks and take care of his family, stand on business. Not to brag or nothing, we come from a poverty area, but I never really, I feel like, me and my siblings experienced poverty. We always had a little bit more than the kids in our community. Not to gloat on anything or nothing, but we didn't really see the struggle like that because my old man was standing on business. He did what he had to do as a man. But long story short, I jumped in it at 23. Bought this beautiful rig here. It took me 3 years, 4 months to pay it off, and the rest was pretty much history. I did all forms of work, like van, flatbed. I did just about everything out here. But ain't nothing like your own bed at home every night. That's it for me. Me with 2 kids, I got to be back at home for my babies. I commend my old man. It was a different time back then, but I got to be there for my babies. Get them hope and actually be there every night with them. So it's like part of my background of what got me into trucking for real. It was my old man. Like he always had an answer. When stuff got rough, it didn't really faze him or whatever. It didn't faze him at all. He still was able to handle what he needed to handle. He handled that to the best of his abilities, I feel like. That's where we at with it. Got a lot of friends that came up with me. One of my best friends unfortunately passed away back in 2022. It still hurt my soul to this day. And my boy did every step together, from getting the CDLs to working for companies and moving from far as like even buying our own trucks together, man. Like, if you got a foundation in somebody like a friend, y'all standing on business, grow with that friend, If the person ain't really trying to do nothing, you surround yourself around, maybe you need to look at yourself or look at your situation at home and what you're trying to accomplish to try to get a greater outcome in life, I feel like. Because a lot of people sit around and contemplate a lot and really don't, know what they want to do, and then you look up, you old, and you really ain't got that much time like how you did when you was younger. So why not get off that couch and, start putting the foot in it, Like, don't let nobody hold you back. Like, you gotta surround yourself with yourself. You get ahead, that's, a step that you have to take, if you want to do something in life. I'm just one of them people that just look at, I can always better myself in some type of way from the year prior. Like I said, I didn't come from the best area on the south side. There was a lot of gun violence, robbing, and home invasions from my area. I just knew I didn't want to do that, because that was going to lead to 2 places. And them 2 places I don't want to go, meaning the jail yard or the graveyard. So I just really looked at it like I could just get up every day. It's 24 hours in a day. Get to it at least 16 to 18 of them. Do something that's, beneficial to me and mine. So that's what I just always looked at. Like, looking back on it, I'm 32 now, jumped in it at 21, so it's 11 years. Looking back on it, I say, it was worth it. Trucking changed my life. In a nutshell, it was an escape from that. Like, I didn't have to really go through all that incarceration and foolish acts, of the poverty of the community. I want a statistic of that. Like, I'm part of that rare percentage that made a way. And it's easy. It's easy. It's just about what you want to do. Like I stated earlier, it's about what you want to do and how you spend your 24 hours every day. You know, 'Cause one thing is guaranteed. We all got an outdate on this. Everything at an expiration date. I just look at it as pretty much, I want my outdate to mean something, like meaning my last name to mean something when I'm heading out. Yeah, like I said, I've been driving since I was 21. Copped this at 23. At 25, I was completely out of, economic debt. I've been doing my thing ever since. Really, the easiest way to jump into it, like if you could sign on with one of these major companies, 400 or 500 companies like a Snyder, JB Hunt, Swift, CI England, somebody like that. That's the quickest way to get into it. Like if there's something that you really want to do and you really don't know what you want to do real fast, you can jump into it and give it a swing. You never know. It might be something that make it bubble and you can take off. I'm telling you. Like you can turn that nothing into something for real off trucking. Like for real. A lot of people say trucking is dead, but them the guys that really jump into it with the wrong intentions. Like your intentions got to be on something. Like, meaning you got to sit back and set a goal for yourself and go from there. Once you go from there, you straight. That's just like how I look at it. Don't let them friends be the ones that tell you like, man, you can't do this, you can't do that, man. You can do anything. And you put your mind to it. It is what it is. Like a lot of guys, when they make mistakes or whatever, hang with the wrong crowds. You might be a person that just got out and looking for something. I know you can jump into this easy and really make something out of it. Like you could get a second chance to jump into trucking and hey, you ain't got to never go back to what you was doing and got yourself incarcerated. You never have to do that, man. Be able to be up, provide for your family and still be that person. Like you ain't gotta let them people hold you back on that. Like it's open out here. Get out here, do your 1-2 and that's it. It's always a second option outside of the streets. Of life living. That's just like how I look at it. I look at it like that. Like you set your own pace. You gotta look over your shoulder. None of that. Straight. Just get out here, clear your own mind, ride, plot your next plan, set your goals. What I like to do when I'm out here on the road, I try to think of like things long term that I could be doing a year, 2 years, 5, 10 years from now. I like to set a lot of goals and watch myself cross them goals out as the year moves on. It's one of the biggest things for me. Never really for a person to tell me that I can't do something when I'm really able-bodied. As long as you got life in your body, you can do whatever you want. I don't like for people to tell other people that they can't do nothing. It's like a form of gatekeeping, if you ask me. So, like I say, you You jump into it, get a 4 or 500 company, have them help you get your license. Do 2 years with them. In that 2 year period, you got two options. You can stay with them, bounce, or the third option would be becoming an owner operator and set your own terms and conditions. Go from there. Just like how I look at it. You know, don't cap yourself off. You know, you never know what you can do until you do it. This is Trucking with BP. I'm gonna be dropping vids every day, moving forward, dropping a couple shorts every day, and I'm gonna be talking about different topics, you know, regarding trucking and just life in general. It's more so what I'm about, you know. I'm a level-headed guy. You can get down there in the comment sections. We can come up with topics that you want, you know, really to touch on each day. And we're gonna get it out here to the people, you know. And that's just what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be talking. And we here. This is BP signing out. You all have a blessed day. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. I'm signing out. Love you guys. Blessings.